All right, anyways, welcome everyone to the Elite Empire podcast. It's just gonna be me today. We're going to start off with a few things. This is episode one. This is the start of the Elite Empire podcast, hosted by obviously me, Elite. Um, we are going to be having many special guests in the next few podcasts. I'm hoping not special guests, but people that might be joining on the team, be joining me in the podcast. We'll host these a little bit differently then. Um, we'll put them on the same YouTube. All still go to YouTube, but we'll host a little differently, probably like Discord chat or something. That's kind of how we're gonna run it for right now because any of the podcast people that we'll be doing it with are farther away. There are a few things we're gonna cover today though, so let's just get into it. We got some of the things on the menu is like what got me into gaming, that kind of story, who I am, what I do, what this podcast is going to be for, which has already kind of been covered in a previous video when I announced this. Where gaming is going, in my opinion, which get hot right into, get some hot topics going. Um, and we have some other news that we will get to kind of in the game. Not news, but kind of some fascinating stuff and like stuff that I kind of find funny. Not funny, but interesting. I guess you could say would be the word for it. But yeah. What got me into gaming? I really don't know. My family was never a gaming family. My parents never were. We never did gaming stuff. They didn't either. They just didn't have that kind of stuff. My family's just not built that way. So really, I don't know what got me into gaming. I guess kind of the coolness, all the cool kids, which I was kind of one of them. Not bragging. I mean, it's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I guess that would be something that you could say was the reason. But my first game thing was like an iPod. I don't even remember what it was. I was too young to really understand or remember specifically what it was. My first console that was the first thing I played like games on, I guess you could say, some types of games on. My first console was a Xbox 360. Um, my favorite game probably of all time, which I played on Xbox 360, was Battlefield Bad Company 2. It's still probably one of my favorite games. Like I wish Battlefield would go back to those days. Those were such good days, and that game was just so fun. And I was playing it after the fact of, it being in its prime. Some Xbox players still playing it, and it was just such a fun time. Then after that, I got a laptop, which I started playing like Roblox on. Roblox and Farming Sim were kind of the games I played on there. Um, so pretty much the same. Well, Roblox wasn't. Roblox, got me more into the shooters and stuff like that, and so that was kind of fun. Then after that, took a little bit of not a little bit of a break, but I had the laptop for a while, played with some friends on Roblox, and then COVID hit, and then towards like not the end, like May of 2020, April of 2020, somewhere in there, I got this PC. I still have. It's been updated a few times. I've thrown parts in it, whatever, different, better upgrades. But COVID hit, got this PC, started. I think the first game I downloaded was Fortnite, but I didn't actually play it. I didn't actually play Fortnite for a while after I got my PC because I didn't. It was just too hard for me to learn at that time. One of my real life buddies got into it, and he was actually the first one to teach me how to like 90 and stuff. Back when 90 was like so old, but to me it was like, oh my gosh, I can 90, and now look where we've come. But then Battlefield, Call of Duty, Warzone came out. Hopped on the Warzone for a bit, so that was fun. Then during this time, I always not always during this time I was playing like PUBG Mobile on my phone, Call of Duty Mobile. These just different like mobile games, and I would just record some of my gameplay and upload them to this channel actually, which this might be going up on a podcast specific channel, but for now my main channel. Well, they all will be on my main channel. Um, but I just uploaded those. They've been taken down since then because I wanted to rebrand it to like a gaming, like a real gaming YouTube channel, not just like mobile games and stuff like that. But that's originally like what I started as, and I just gained like a few followers here and there. Like I think when I got my piece, I had like 20 subs on YouTube, maybe like 40 when I first got my PC and started doing this. Not really full time because I haven't been doing this full time for very long at all, really. So I mean, I had like 300 subs before I started doing this full time, so not too bad. But um, one of the other questions I just kind of schedule what got me into uploading to YouTube. It's kind of just that, just kind of the feeling of like recording your gameplay and putting it on a platform for people to possibly see. Like even today, I don't really, I don't put myself out there for algorithms. I just upload what I feel, title stuff, how I think titles are funny, and I copy a little bit, not copy titles, but I copy a little bit of like the format that people like how they title their videos, but that's just to kind of get ideas, just kind of see and then adjust a little bit on how that works, different words and stuff like that, different words that people will like, your eyes naturally are attracted to. Um, so then I did YouTube for a few years because I couldn't stream. I haven't been able to. I don't even think I've been streaming for a full year, full time, part time. Um, I haven't because I was just never able to. My internet at home wasn't good enough to be able to stream and not have my ping jump to freaking crazy numbers and like Fortnite and stuff like that. So I just wouldn't stream. So like uploading was like the only thing I could do. So then after that, once I finally moved out, I guess you could say, got my PC set up and my own internet. Now I can do it all. I can stream, play just fine, and it's just. I mean, I still don't get the lowest ping. Like in Fortnite, I get like 20 ping, 30 ping when I'm streaming. But if I go down to 30 ping on with nothing running, just Fortnite on my old internet when I was still living at home, then yeah, I would have shit myself really. So that's been kind of nice, been able to do that, upgraded that, and kind of move past that part. So then I started streaming more. I enjoy streaming. People kind of ask, why you stream? Oh, shut your stream off. Oh, this and that, bro. If you don't stream, you're limiting what you can do. If you don't, how I see it, if you don't stream while gaming, what's the point? I get it. Some people can't. Okay, I get that. But otherwise, what's the point? If you don't stream while gaming, you're just limiting yourself. Like you don't know what people can find funny. That's literally what I do. I get on if I want to play for a couple hours, hit go live, stream for a couple hours, stream while you play. You might as well put like what you're doing, what you're playing out there, because if you do, people might find that funny. Then more and more people find that funny. Like if you're already going to be on your computer, you're already going to be playing the game. Why not stream it to other people? Other people might find it funny. They might not, but that's kind of how I am. I just hit go live. People, oh, shut your stream off. Oh, this is a terrible game. I'm not a Twitch streamer. I don't sit here for 12, 14 hours a day grinding out games to try to get goated at and just, have so much other stuff going on. I have businesses and I'm part of, business and I'm part of running and, a job and stuff like that. I don't mean for this to be full time yet, and I don't want it to be. I don't think I would ever want to do this just full time and just do this. I mean, yeah, that'd be cool and fun, and if it ever came to that point where I could justify that, then I would. But I like doing my other things, and I have side projects, side jobs I like to do, and that's just 2 a.m. I have to be a very active person. So yeah, that's kind of why I started streaming too. I started streaming as well. I did try Kick a little bit. I'm gonna try and move over to Kick. I streamed on Kick for a while. It was marketed as a great platform. I think it is. I think how they are going to, if they stick with this monetary system or whatever, I think it will be. I'm just gonna touch on it quick. A few things I noticed while I was doing it is the amount of bots that just come in and randomly just post Discord and just try to get money out of you to promote. There's a lot of that on Kick, which it might be on Twitch too, but it's all the time on Kick. Out of the 107 followers I had in Kick, while streaming, people that followed, 7 probably. 100 of them are probably bots, not bots, but just people that just subbed and will never tune into you again. But so that's kind of how that is. That's what I kind of think is wrong, is that there's so many bots, and from somebody that isn't a big streamer on, it's kind of marketed as, oh, you're going to make money fast. I didn't care for that. I just wanted to try it just to see how it differed from Twitch and stuff like that. So I tried it a little bit. I streamed all 3 at one point, and now I'm just back to kicking or Twitch and YouTube. streaming wise, and then uploading to YouTube, obviously, and TikTok and all my other platforms. But I just think that they marketed it so well. It was like making money fastest. That's why I kind of have such a big. I mean, I'm still, if they get rid of that problem and kind of make it simpler, like if they update the platform, like how to search things and stuff like that, I think it's gonna be a great platform. Um, but I just think right now in the beginning stages of its life, I'm just gonna stick to Twitch and YouTube. I'll maybe occasionally stream the Kick again, or stream the Kick full time for a couple months, just to keep a following there, just keep people there in case I do decide to go that way. So that's kind of my thoughts there on Kick. What the podcast is going to be for? The podcast is going to be mainly just news, talking news, stuff like this. Gaming news is going on. Life advice, different people, guests, their gaming experiences, how they started, how they grew up. Um, I mean, not how they grew up, but just kind of life in general, and just how life's been treating them, quote unquote. Just yeah, it'll be kind of a bringing gamers to reality type of thing, maybe I guess you could say. But like from like the lower side, like the smaller streamer, like not the big streamers that have made it and the kind of a little bit foggy maybe of their deception or their deception of reality. I'm not saying that is a lot of them aren't, but some of them can be, and I'm just going to bring it kind of from somebody that's like doing everything at once. You know what I mean? Like I'm going full in, graphics, not so much editing wise. Editing side, just editing. I can't. It's hard to figure things out for me on editing, but like, creating my own logos and this and that, and just so many like graphic design stuff, and starting a podcast. Like I'm just doing my own stuff over and over, not over and over again. I'm just doing my own stuff, or like what everybody like once they hit millions of followers do. Once they hit millions of followers, I can do the same thing, and I want to show people that I can do the same thing. Like I want to show people that I can hit record or go live from a small town somewhere, and that it can be successful. That it doesn't have to be once you get millions of followers then start it. I already invested my money. I might as well do it all. If you already invested it, you might as well do it, and might as well do it to your fullest potential once you have the means, not really the financial means. I'm just doing what I have: free software, Discord, and that's kind of how I'm going to host my podcast. Yeah, I had to spend money on my mic right now and a computer, but that's kind of the initial investment to get into it anyways. So why not use that investment and put it other places as well? So that's kind of what the podcast is going to be for. Just gaming news, breaking news, stuff like that. Not really political. Might get into political stuff. I don't know. If it gets political, it gets political. I mean, that's life. I mean, it is what it is. Okay. Get into some opinionated stuff, some actual podcast news, since that was kind of a nice little intro. I know this isn't going to be too long because it's just me, and I just want to kind of get a first episode out, a beginning episode, and see kind of what the response is, and we will kind of go from there. It may not be super interesting, but I just at least want to get something out. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy interacting with people. And people are just gonna be toxic in the comments anyways, and this is dumb, but I really don't care. This is what I want to do. It's fun. It gives me an opportunity to put more content out there, and kind of a different form of content. People can't really just sit down and hear me talk. And like whenever people come into streams, I could stop playing my game and just sit and talk to people in the comments for hours, and I would never get bored, because I like talking and interacting with people as well. So that's kind of what it's going to be for as well. Okay, where gaming is going, in my opinion. It's gonna be kind of a stereotypical answer, but not really. I think gaming is going the same in downhill. It's hit a plateau and maybe it's heading downhill. The games are all the same. I think the perception of them has changed. There's still just as many people playing video games, okay? To an extent. Like I've said to my buddies, I don't think I've said it on stream, that if Fortnite brought out the OG season again, I'd hop back on Fortnite. And so many other people would too. There comes a point where I think during COVID, so many people wanted so much change that these companies think that they should keep changing it. Um, there was so much change in, like, people wanted to get out. They wanted to do this. They wanted to do that. You know. So in video games, I want this, I want that. So many people got so big and had such a big voice that they wanted this. I think companies keep updating or changing things now. I think people just want it to be simpler. Like when I played OG Fortnite, I could play OG Fortnite for hours. I could just get on and just play and die, respawn, die, respawn. It didn't matter much, or it mattered obviously, but I'm competitive, but it didn't. I could just keep doing it over and over again. The spots were fun, and I just can't do that anymore. I can't do that now. I noticed it right away when the new season came out, or when they took the OG season away. And I just couldn't do that anymore. And that was one of the first things I noticed when they brought the OG season back. Is holy cow, I've been playing for 4 hours. You haven't won a game, but the amount of laughs, how much fun we've been having, like that was such a good time when the OG season came back. And I didn't really get to play. I mean, I've literally the first ever stream when Fortnite came out, I watched. It was typical gamer's first ever Fortnite stream. I watched it live, I remember, and I followed him all the way through, all the way until I got my PC. However many years later, like he was a streamer I watched. So I knew a lot. I know a lot about the game. I knew a lot about it before I got my PC. My family wasn't that way, so I didn't have a PC. So I got it, and then I played the OG season. But yeah, so that's kind of that. I think that's kind of that on Fortnite. So many other games too, though. Like so many games that are so hyped come out, and they're just such duds. Like I'm excited for Black Ops 6. I think is what it's rumored to be called, the new Call of Duty game. But I don't know. I'm hyped for it. I'm not hyped for it. I am, but I'm not. But I've been so used to terrible Call of Duty games since MW 2019. Not terrible, but MW 2019 was the last good one. That I don't have expectations for it really, which that's how it should be maybe. Maybe they wanted some games to go downhill. No company wants a game to go downhill or like your series to go downhill. That's kind of what it's become to. But then after that, or once as we get closer and closer, am I gonna buy it? Possibly. Once that time gets closer, I might possibly buy it, but I'm gonna wait and see. I want to see some gameplay. I might wait for the first month or two. I might not buy it right away. Get all the hype out of it and just see what it becomes after that. But then I don't know. I don't know what else it's going to become. I don't know what else is going to come out with it. I haven't been paying too much attention to it, so that's kind of the story on that because I just really haven't been paying attention to it. I'm just not expecting it. I'm not expecting it to be a good game, but I'm expecting it to be a good game if that makes sense. So if it is good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. If it's not good, I'm not buying it. If it's good, then I'll probably buy it, play it for a month, and then there goes $70, and I won't play it again after that. We will see. Any other games? There's so many games out there. Like there's a video clip that I have, it's of somebody's video that the music and movie industry combined doesn't make as much as the gaming industry does. Video game producers make combined. That's just crazy. The amount of money that's in video games that people generate for these video game creators is just insane. Like, wow. I know my face cam's a little laggy. I gotta get a different face cam if I'm gonna be doing podcasts like this. So, yeah, it's insane the amount of money that they bring in. So, video games I think are staying the same, maybe going down a little bit. People's perception of them are going down. Maybe that's just getting older. You hear more people about them going down. I think somebody creates one just fantastic game, a Warzone, a Fortnite again. I think it all comes back. People get their mojo back, that kind of thing. I think it comes back with one game, one great game that unites everybody again. I think it comes back, and people won't complain about it anymore. But we shall see what happens with that and what is coming. Okay, some more recent gaming news we're going to talk about. Let me move this up here and get that out of the way. GTA 6 not coming to PC. This is rumored. I don't think it's going to happen. It just hasn't been talked about. It hasn't been released yet. that GTA 6 is coming to PC. I don't think there is a way on this earth that it doesn't come to PC. PC generates so much revenue for Rockstar, um, especially with Rockstar buying 5M. 5M, or Rockstar owns 5M now. The role play service, and you can't do that on console. So PC just is going to generate so much more money that if Rockstar doesn't do it, then it's just going to be um, it's going to be bad for them. It's just kind of the articles, are saying that Take Two discussed the decision not to announce. They're just not announcing it, probably because they don't know really. But it's just rumored that hey, it might not be coming to. But I don't think that's any chance. Um, it will be available on all platforms, I do think. After a couple of years, just like GTA 5 was, I'm pretty sure that GTA 5 didn't come out until a couple years later, a year later on PC. So maybe I have to go buy a console and play it. That's scary. But yep. Once I think the game gets more developed, they will bring it back more. Um, it will be available on all platforms. Just give them time; it'll come. That's kind of my opinion on that. So, okay, I didn't really have any news on this. This is kind of just my opinion mixed in with some news. Updates to Counter Strike game I play. You guys know I play. I think it's coming around. I think Counter Strike is going to come around. I think some changes that they are already making to maps, they're already hearing the anti-cheat, getting fixed, things it's going to come around. Let them have time. We became so impatient, and never been in video game creation or whatever, coding. Just give them time. They'll change it. They'll fix it. They'll get it back to Counter-Strike, or they'll get it back to Go. Just give them some time. It'll be fine. That's that on that. Just give people time, guys. Time goes by faster. You're not worried about stuff. Just like GTA 6. In time, they'll release it. In time, it'll come. GTA 5 is still $1 billion a year video game. They're not just going to throw that away just because some people want a new game. Like, it's still generating so much money a year. It's actually insane. Like, when was it? 2021, 2020? When it hit free to play or free to buy basically on PC on the Epic Games. That's when I got it. I think shortly after that, it wasn't even when that happened, but shortly after that, they had the most people playing and generated the most money they had. That's a game that was 7, 8 years old. Like, that's insane. They're not just gonna throw a game like that away. So give them time. They'll bring it. It'll come out. Just keep playing. Keep doing what we're doing. Back to CS2. I think CS2 is gonna come around. So I'm excited for that. That's just my opinion. I think it's gonna be fine. It's gonna come around. That's a game I play. That's a game I have problems with. That's a game I hate sometimes, but it's also a game I love, and it's what I enjoy playing right now. So I think that's going to come around as well. My team, of course, in G2, G-Stew, as we're going to refer them as. No, that's just funny, G-Stew. Going to grand finals. Play today in almost an hour and a half. Play at 1 o'clock in IEM Dallas. I'm excited. I need to get my G2 jersey. I don't know. Modesty was kind of the first player I looked up to, I guess you could say. When I started playing, I was just an AWPer because I was in AWP crutch. So I like Modesty. I love Modesty, dude. He's so hilarious. I like Neek. I just like that whole team. Nexa gets under my skin a little bit. If we can get rid of Nexa and slide Stewie to the end of the table and bring Hooksy back, oh, I would love that. I wasn't even paying attention when all that happened. I just got busy the past couple of weeks, so I didn't even realize that G2 was coming up a bit. So, yep, at 1 o'clock, we're in the grand finals. Hoping for a good outcome. We shall see what happens there. It's going to be exciting. Okay, kind of going to wrap it up here a little bit. Got one more thing, unless I think of something else. One more thing, kind of not breaking news, but kind of interesting. Let's see, I don't know how much I can really show of this site. I guess I can just read it. Read the title and you guys can go figure it out for yourself. That's kind of what I'll do. Oh, excuse me. New 500 hour. I don't know if that's insane or not, but that just sounds insane. 500 hours. New 500 hour survival game becomes Steam bestseller after just 1 day. That just sounds insane to me. Like, combining The Forest, Rust, and Far Cry, a gigantic new survival game has become one of Steam's best sellers immediately after launch. Like, that's insane. Like, I think that's insane. Like, a survival game that's 500 hours and it hits bestseller. Like, that's what I'm saying is like I don't think gaming is going away. I don't think it's ever going to go away. I just think people, it's just kind of the vibe right now with so much going on in people's lives that people don't make it priority anymore. Like maybe people like people used to. But I think it's gonna come around and it's gonna happen. But I seen that, I thought that was insane. Like, you guys tell me if that's insane or not. I thought it was like, holy cow, 500 hour survival game hitting bestseller day one. When, yeah, like you have Rust, The Forest, Far Cry. Like, I just thought that was insane. And it's Soul Mask. Soul Mask is what it's called. Soul Mask is an open world survival game with a smart twist. You have 7 biomes to explore, 75 battle skills to perfect, 6 giant bosses to slay, and boundless brewing, crafting, and building to keep you busy. So that kind of sounds fun to me. Will I try it? Probably not, because I'm not a big survival game person. But that does sound fun. If I had a group of people to play with, then I would. Um, but yeah, that sounds like a pretty cool game. Maybe we'll try it out. We'll see. Maybe I'll watch some gameplay on it, see what it is, and maybe we will make some content on it. We'll see. Stream a little bit of it, but we shall see. I mean, and it's early days, so it's been released maybe for a little bit, and it's just kind of in a beta. Mostly positive rating on Steam. 75% of player reviews so far are favorable. Try it. Oh, it's still in early access for $27 on Steam. The best sandbox games. Okay. Yep. I don't think gaming's going anywhere. Um, Obviously, with this game, that's pretty evident right there. The gaming industry dominates as the highest grossing entertainment industry. Like, that's just insane. Like, it's just not going to go away. It's not going to go away for a while, at least. It's been something dramatic happening, but besides that, I don't see it going away. I think it's going to make a comeback. It's going to come back around. Just take a couple of years, maybe. Maybe a game that comes out and reunites everybody. Maybe 2 games. We shall see what that game is. So yeah, we're gonna end her off there. Again, thank you guys so much for episode 1 of the Elite Empire podcast. I'm gonna try to do these every weekend, so they'll be out every Tuesday. It's gonna be the upload possibly for now. It might be every 2 weeks. It might be only once a month. We shall see. But this is episode 1. Episode 2, we're probably gonna have a guest, but the guest is going to probably turn into kind of one of the co-hosts, and we might have another one after that too. That's going to be a guest and could be a co-host. I got to talk to him still yet, but we will see. I will leave you guys interested. It's not anybody that you guys will probably know. I've played with them before though, but again, this is on a smaller scale. This is the beginning steps. This is kind of building and stuff you don't see with the bigger people as much. But yeah, we're headed that way. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out, Empire.